Resource packs are a great way to customize Minecraft. So here are 10 plus resource packs for Minecraft 1.21.4, the Garden Awakens update. And we're starting off with a Programmer Art Fix resource pack. This resource pack simply reverts all of Minecraft's textures to their old forms. This is noticeable on blocks such as logs. You'll see they have their old textures. If we fly over here, you'll actually begin to notice all of the planks have their old textures. But this is also further updated with Minecraft's newer blocks. As we can see right here with the cherry planks, we've now got the old texture for them. And if we go into the creative inventory, we can even see things like the newly added pale wood now has the old plank texture. Now this resource pack is great if you prefer the older look of Minecraft. This pack also changes a lot of the ore textures. However, lots of them do revert to their newer sort of form. For example, this redstone, this gold, they're their newer textures. However, with the old sort of art style, I think these look actually really nice. I'm a massive fan of this iron ore. I think that looks great. It also changes all the deep slate ores, obviously, reverting the nether quartz back to its original self, which makes me think, yeah, netherrack used to look really ugly, didn't it? And to be honest, so did, like, wet sponge. That just looks awful, and so did jack-o'-lanterns. Like, this is what old Minecraft used to look like, and I'm really not a fan of some of these textures. I mean, I guess some of them aren't too bad. I think the old iron block texture looks fine, so does the gold and the diamond. And honestly, these sort of programmer art style for the copper blocks actually look really nice. This resource pack also reverts all of the flowers back to their original programmer art style. We've got the old poppies, dandelions, daisies, blue orchids, alliums, which, yeah, I don't like the allium texture. It just looks like a lollipop or something. I know that's what alliums realistically look like. I'm just not a massive fan of them. We've also got an old sort of design of the river rose. That looks amazing. That's like the old rose texture within Minecraft, which was replaced with a poppy. But yeah, that looks really nice. I'm actually a really big fan of that. And if we take a look through the creative inventory, you'll see a load of other differences as well. Obviously, we've also got the old glass texture. And I can't believe we used to play Minecraft with this texture. This just looks awful. Like, you can barely see through it. It's just got the lines going right through. It just looks so bad. We've also got program art style texture for the newer items in the game, such as resin bricks and resin clumps. I actually think these don't look too bad. And we've also got item textures for the netherite armor. As you can see here, if I throw the items on the floor, like for example, that chest plate looks completely different. And honestly, I don't think it looks too bad. The cactus block has also changed, and I honestly forgot this is what cactus used to look like. Now overall, I prefer the new textures in Minecraft. However, if you do like the look of older Minecraft textures, Programmer Art Fix is a perfect resource pack for you for Minecraft 1.21.4. Before I move on to the next resource pack, make sure to subscribe, as I'll be catching 5 fish for every brand new subscriber that I get in the month of December. And hey, I'm getting pretty close to 10,000 subscribers, so make sure to subscribe. Also, thanks for 9,000 subscribers, I really appreciate it. This next resource pack is known as Unique Dark, which adds dark UIs into Minecraft. This is noticeable as the hotbar now has a darker texture. It's got like those blue hotbar outlines. The hearts and the hunger have different textures. All of the menu buttons, they have different textures. I really like the colored text actually. You can see what difficulty the world is. Peaceful's blue, easy is green, normal is yellow, and hard is red. Even opening my inventory, you'll begin to see a difference. That recipe book actually looks really nice. We've got the whole recipe book as well. That looks really cool. And if we look through all of the functional blocks, we'll actually see some really cool textures. This inside of a crafting table looks really nice. This custom hammer on the smithing table looks really nice. This furnace looks really good. Now, lots of these don't actually have their texture changed, but I imagine they will be changed in the future. For example, this smoker doesn't have any unique changes, whereas this furnace does. The enchanting table, yeah, that looks really nice. What other ones can we take a look at? The anvil, yeah, I like that. It's almost like an anvil-shaped UI. I think that looks really cool. The chest, yeah, that's cool. Barrel as well, that's really nice. The ender chest is the same as the chest, but that still looks really nice. Now this resource pack is perfect if you like playing Minecraft on dark mode. There's also some more texture changes if we have a look at shulker boxes. They've got these really cool UIs as well. Spawn eggs in Minecraft are essential if you play in creative. However, it's very hard to tell the difference between a lot of these textures. Now, if we take a look at this spawn egg, what would you guess it is? Is it a silverfish? Is it a skeleton? Is it an invoker? Wrong, it's actually a panda spawn egg. Spawn eggs honestly are quite difficult to tell apart if you're not used to them. Which is why the resource pack Mob Crates is a very useful resource pack, as it turns every spawn egg into the game to show the mob texture in a little crate. And honestly, I'm a massive fan of some of these textures. Like the sniffer looks amazing, so does the slime, the skeleton, the glow squid, axolotl. Even like things like something so simple as a cod spawn egg. That looks really nice. And obviously this has been updated, so we get the creaking spawn egg as it is in a little crate. That just looks so cool. Obviously, as it's a resource pack, these all do just work the same. Oh, yeah, I forgot Zoglins kill every mob in sight. But honestly, these textures are unreal. just some of them look really nice. Like, even something so simple like an ocelot one, that looks amazing. And also, all of these fish spawn eggs just look amazing. And just remember, I'm catching 5 fish for every brand new subscriber that I get on my channel in the month of December. So subscribe. Anyway, shameless promoting aside, I'm honestly such a fan of these. Wow, that llama one. Yeah, that looks really nice. I'm a fan of that, obviously. I'm a llama, but like, yeah, that's such a cool texture. This next resource pack is called Dig Simple Pack, which basically just simplifies all of the textures in Minecraft. Now, loading onto the world with this resource pack, you'll begin to see an immediate change. This grass block texture is completely simplified. Even like the things like the fire, that's simplified. All the workstations are simplified. Obviously, this resource pack just simplifies everything, but it does such a good job at it. I think these are glazed terracotta. Whoa, those are the paintings. They actually look really cool. Yeah, this whole Minecraft world just looks so much simpler now. Like the birch log. Honestly, these textures don't even look too bad. I think they look really nice. However, the only downside in my opinion with this pack are the item textures. I just don't think they look that good. Like, I wouldn't even known they would die, to be honest. But I think they're a bit too blurry. If we take a look at something like the netherite sword, I think that texture is just a bit too sort of blurry. But it's sort of easy to tell what they are. Wow, is that a totem? That actually looks really cool. But honestly, I think this resource pack looks nice. Like, obviously, you may not be a fan of it in a pre-existing world, as builds may look amazing. But honestly, I don't think the textures are awful. That villager also looks really funny. Now, if we walk around my hardcore world, you'll notice immediate change. And honestly, like from a distance, that looks just like a jungle on a stony shores. That looks fine. It's only when you sort of zoom in, you'll begin to notice the changes. Obviously, the mobs have also had changes. This chicken looks much more simplified. Basically only got a couple of colors to it. Same with a pig and a sheep over there. But like, this is coarse dirt. Some of the blocks just don't look amazing in my opinion. Like, this is coarse dirt. It doesn't really look like it. It looks more like farmland, but definitely simplified. Obviously, we can take a look at all the pale wood blocks. That looks much more simplified as well. But yeah, honestly, it's not an awful looking resource pack. I just don't really like the item textures. I think they're a bit too blurry. I know they have to be though, as that's sort of a point of a resource pack. I think from far away, like just looking at that tree, for example, that doesn't look bad. Even if we zoom in, it doesn't look awful. But like from up close, they just don't look as good. This also sort of reminds me of like a plastic resource pack, if you can remember that from console editions of Minecraft. Sort of reminds me of that. Wow, I wouldn't even guess that was gravel, to be honest. I thought that would be stone, but that looks like the stone texture. Yeah. Honestly though, I think this resource pack is pretty cool. And I also feel like this resource pack would definitely be used for people who like to do PvP. Now, one of my favourite things to do in Minecraft is to plant fields and do farming. As is evident, I planted over 2,000 beetroot last year. Which is why this world is a great place to showcase this next resource pack, as this is the Bountiful Crops resource pack, which simply just changes all of the crop textures in Minecraft. Now, if we take a look at something like wheat, that already looks different. It almost looks like there's sort of different strands of it planted into the ground. It's also taller than a block now, which is quite cool. Things like potatoes have changed. These actually look really nice. Obviously, they do just drop normal potatoes as before, but they sort of have this more 3D texture to it now, which is cool. The carrots have also changed. These look really cool. So do the beetroot. I think these look really nice. Also, I've just noticed the farmland texture's actually changed as well. Oh, I've fallen. If we look a bit closer, you'll see that normally the farmland actually just cuts off at the top of the texture, but now it goes down the block a bit, and I think that looks really nice. And to be honest, all of these textures really remind me of what the pitcher pod looks like. Like, that's such a cool texture, and I'm glad this resource pack actually adds more into the game. For example, if we obviously take a look at something like the carrot, I think that looks really nice. I really like the stem on top as well. Obviously though, as it's more than a block, you can't actually interact with the stem at all. It's only the original carrot texture that you can interact with. But even just like planting a carrot like that, that looks really nice. But if you like to do a lot of farming within your Minecraft world, this could be the perfect resource pack for you. Have you ever wanted to see what Minecraft looks like if all of the textures were made on Microsoft Paint? Well, now you can, with the MS Painted Minecraft resource pack. Now, this resource pack simply changes all of the textures to look like they were designed on Microsoft Paint with the default 20 colors using a mouse. And yeah, you can definitely tell, that's soul sand. That actually looks really funny. But honestly, if you have a long-term Minecraft world, this probably isn't the perfect resource pack for you, but it is fun to look around and play with. Like, all of these light blocks are animated, which aren't even a thing in vanilla Minecraft, but these look really cool. Like that, I think, is that crying obsidian? It is. That looks really cool. And wow, if we open the inventory, yeah, that is definitely a change straight away. Wow. Yeah, lots of these have such unique textures now. Like, just look at this netherite sword texture. That's really cool. Oh my god, that iron golem looks hilarious. He looks so upset. Some of these textures are really cool. Like, even things like that stonecutter, that looks really nice. And like that fletching table looks really cool. Some of these textures, obviously, it's at the ended chest. It's so purple. It's got an eye on it as well. Wow. Oh my god, the mob heads are so cool. But the skulls actually do look really nice. I do like that effect where they're not a complete block. Steve's skin. The zombie actually does look really nice, as does the creeper. But yeah, this is such a funny resource pack to look at. It's just so much more vibrant. Obviously, the other mobs like the panda have had their textures changed. And this guy looks like he's seen something dark. Like, why are you so surprised? And this resource pack is obviously updated for the newest Minecraft version. Meaning blocks like the pale woods have had their textures changed. Same with blocks like resin. And so is the creaking. Yeah, that guy looks really weird. What is that villager? That looks... Wow. Yeah, you look miserable. But I think it's only right that we take a look at this resource pack inside of my Minecraft Hardcore World. Now, this is what my Minecraft Hardcore World would look like if it was made with Microsoft Paint, using the MS Painted resource pack. Yeah, oh my god, some of these textures. What does a cat look like? I'm quite scared for it to turn around and look. Are you going to look at me? Oh my god, you're hideous. But like, that outline of a berry bush looks cool. These flowers, obviously. Obviously, some blocks are quite easy to tell which are which. What's this? Is this an oak leaf or is it a birch? It's a birch leaf. Birch leaves are yellow, apparently. That doesn't look too bad. I'm actually quite a fan of like this sort of golden leaf texture in this hardcore world. Oh my god. That dog looks like he's seen something as well. Like, oh, look at his tongue. If we just fly around... Whoa, the sun. It's got sunglasses on. That's quite cool. But yeah, it's just so much more vibrant. Wow. This resource pack is honestly quite cool, but obviously I wouldn't play with it all the time. It'd be fun for some sort of challenge. Like, obviously from a distance as well, it doesn't look too bad. Like, if we look up at my castle over there, other than like the vibrant grass, you won't begin to see a difference. Only when we sort of seriously zoom in will you see all the individual textures. Yeah, I'm not sure about this resource pack. It looks really cool though. And you know what? I actually really like this netherite axe texture. I think that looks really cool. Now quickly, do you notice anything different about my skin? Has anything changed? Well, what if I told you it was the fact that I'm wearing a full set of netherite armor? Now, this next resource pack is known as invisible armor models, and it essentially just turns all of the armor types, other than the turtle shell and elytra, invisible. But why would you want this resource pack to begin with? Now, let's just say you have a good looking Minecraft skin and you want to show it off all of the time, but you can't because of your armor. Well, this resource pack just gets rid of the texture of armor. Obviously, I'm actually still wearing full netherite at the minute, but it actually terrified me to do that, just in case I wasn't wearing armor. But I'm obviously wearing full netherite armor. As you can see, I'll put my chest plate back on, but you can just see my full skin. And honestly, I could find this resource pack really useful, as I'm terrified of just taking my armor off in this hardcore world. As I've survived over 2,000 days, over 2 years, I don't want to lose this world in a stupid way where I'm taking a screenshot of myself with no armor. This is why this resource pack could be very useful, as I just need to apply a resource pack now to have no armor showing up, rather than actually taking all of it off. And obviously, as this is a resource pack, it doesn't have any effect on the actual game itself, it just changes what the texture looks like. Now, honestly, I understand why this resource pack won't be useful for most players. However, for the small amount of players who would find this useful, I would definitely recommend using the Invisible Armor Models resource pack. This next resource pack is known as No Block Break Particles, and it essentially removes every breaking block particle in Minecraft. For example, if I place down a few grass blocks and remove them, you'll notice that no particles fly out of them. Now, this resource pack's aim is just to make Minecraft look much smoother, and I think it does achieve it. If I break a block, it sort of just instantly pops off without revealing any textures. And I don't think it looks too bad. And obviously you can just turn off all particles in your game settings. However, there may be particles you like seeing in Minecraft, which is why this resource pack is very useful, as it just removes all of the breaking ones, just so that all of the particles don't just sort of appear on your screen and make it sort of overstimulating to look at. Now, this next resource pack actually used to be a mod. However, with Minecraft's newer updates, it's actually possible in the form of a resource pack. Now, this resource pack is known as the One's Eating Animations pack, which simply provides eating animations for all of the food and consumables in Minecraft without the use of a mod. Honestly, I think some of these textures are really cool. If I start eating this pufferfish, you'll actually see that its eyes widen and it looks more shocked as you start to eat it. Obviously, you shouldn't be eating pufferfish though. When you're eating a fish, the bone will appear. Eating an apple, the core will appear. Like, for example, drinking a suspicious stew, you'll begin to see the bowl texture returning. Honestly, I think these are some really cool textures within Minecraft. And I'm glad this is part of a resource pack now, as honestly waiting for constant mods to update, it was quite frustrating. But now that it's in a resource pack, you can just use it in vanilla Minecraft. Now this resource pack I've actually showed off a ton of times on my channel before, but this is Vanilla Tweaks. Now Vanilla Tweaks essentially just offers some more tweaks you can add to your vanilla Minecraft experience. For example, I've actually got a smaller crosshair, and you'll also notice that leaves actually have a more bushy texture now. But Vanilla Tweaks is recently updated to the newest version, so it's worth showing some of these tweaks. For example, you can get circular logs, which changes the square top log texture to be circular. And honestly, I really like this, and it does obviously change the new pale wood. Also, when I open my creative inventory, there'll now be an outline over the block I'm hovering on, which you sort of don't notice isn't a feature in vanilla Minecraft, but this is actually added with a resource pack, and it looks really nice. Now, Vanilla Tweaks offers a load of other textures. One which would be very good in this new update is the dark oak leaves on top of the bushy leaves, as this changes the dark oak leaf texture to be a darker shade compared to the oak leaf texture, as in default Minecraft are actually the same, and I think this works really well with the new pale oak leaf texture, as now there are 3 different shades of oak leaves in Minecraft. Vanilla Tweaks honestly offers loads of different textured tweaks, and honestly I recommend you check out one of the full videos I've uploaded recently on my channel where I go through some of the first categories. With Minecraft's brand new update 1.21.4, it allowed for custom emissive textures to be added. This is obvious on textures such as the eye blossom, which have a subtle glow to them, which honestly looks really nice. But with the resource pack Vanilla Emissive Ores, it adds glowing ores into vanilla Minecraft. If we take a look at all of these, you'll begin to see an immediate change. Like the redstone ores glowing, obviously like the diamond ores glowing, even iron ore and copper ore are glowing. Coal has this sort of subtle glow to it, which I think looks really cool. Nether quartz, yeah, that looks really nice. Emeralds as well. Even like things like gilded blackstone have some glowing textures. If I turn the world back to day, you'll notice obviously they don't glow, as they don't need to give off a light source. As soon as I turn it back to night though, they do give off a glowing light source. Obviously they don't actually give off a light source though, because this is just a texture change and not like a vanilla feature, but it does add like, it's just this really cool glow into the game. And this would be very useful if you're exploring caves, as you'll actually see where all of the ores are. Like, I wouldn't have guessed there were diamonds over there, but now that they glow you can see it easily. Same with the iron. Over there we've got some more iron, some redstone, some gold over there. Honestly, these textures are so nice. Like, there's some more diamonds there. I just really like the glowing ore feel. Now, if glowing ores were actually added to the base Minecraft game, I don't think every ore should have a glowing texture to it. I think things like iron don't need a glow to it. They're too common. Same with like copper. But rarer ores, I think like redstone and diamonds, I think they could definitely do with some glowing textures, especially if you're in these deep dark caves. But there we go, they were 10 plus resource packs for Minecraft 1.21.4, the Garden Awakens update. Now, let me know in the comments down below which resource pack you'd be most likely to use. Personally, I think I really like the glowing ore texture, and I'll definitely continue to use it in the future. Also, make sure to subscribe, as I'm getting so close to 10,000 subscribers, and I'll be catching 5 fish for every brand new subscriber that I get in December. Also, thanks to 9,000 subscribers, and I'll see you in the next video.